The episode begins with a new intro, which specifically mentioned WandaVision in color, which is quite weird, because if you see, there's a show within this show, which was already pretty obvious until now. Let's see what happens next in this show, because as per Marvel officials, the storytelling style of this show is different from any show we've seen so far. And I'm absolutely sure that by the time this show ends, you will have become its fan. But for now, let's continue with episode 3's story. We are shown that a doctor has come for Wanda's checkup, and Vision is just as confused seeing Wanda suddenly pregnant like this as we are. How did Wanda suddenly become a 4-month pregnant lady, as told by the doctor? That this is Wanda's 4th month of pregnancy, which was difficult for Vision to process because just the day before, there was no sign of Wanda's pregnancy, and suddenly how did she become 4 months pregnant? With this confusion, Vision walked the doctor outside, and when he came back into the house, Wanda's belly had grown even bigger, which appeared as if she suddenly went from 4 months to 6 months pregnant. And here we got an answer to one question, because before the show's release, when glimpses of this scene were shown, people were expecting that the character coming at high speed could be Wanda's brother Quicksilver, i.e., Pietro Maximoff, who died in Avengers: Age of Ultron. But bro, it's Vision. And he can run at the speed of sound. So bro, those who were calling him Quicksilver, I want to ask you, what happened, dude? Couldn't you see? In the next scenes, we see Wanda decorating the house for her upcoming children, and Vision is reading a book, which has information related to pregnancy. Here, Wanda feels her baby's kick for the first time, and Vision looks in his book, where he finds out that the first kick is felt after 6 months of pregnancy. Let me remind you, the doctor had said during the day that Wanda is 4 months pregnant, and in just a little while, she has become 6 months pregnant. Here, while discussing the baby's name, Vision said a line which was from a play written by William Shakespeare, and that line was, "All the world's a stage, all the men and women, merely players." And this line is fitting quite interestingly here, because something similar seems to be happening in this whole reality that we have seen in this show so far. In the next scene, Vision is seen practicing putting diapers on babies. Because at the speed Wanda's pregnancy is proceeding, they estimated that the delivery would happen in the next 3 days. Meaning, just like Amazon delivery, the delivery will happen way before the estimated date here, when Wanda feels the false labor contractions that happen in the 3rd trimester of pregnancy, which are quite painful. Then, because of her pain, the things around get completely disturbed, proving again that whatever is happening in this reality is affected by Wanda's feelings. After this, when Vision goes outside to check if the other neighbors' lights are also out or just theirs, he finds out that everyone's lights are out. Well, finally got something relatable to see in this show, that when the light goes out, the first thing is to check the neighbor's electricity. Whether everyone's is out or just ours. Have you ever done that too? Well, the weirdest thing is about to happen here. Because when Vision starts to realize that something is wrong here, suddenly the scene goes back. To get a clearer idea, watch this scene. And I'm not editing any part of it. It happened exactly as you are about to see. And after this scene changes, Vision forgets that he had realized that something is wrong here, and we get to hear an iconic dialogue of this series here. We don't know what to expect. Now, even though these people were expecting the delivery in 3 days, the delivery time arrives now. Meaning, booking at night, and delivery in the morning. Dude, this isn't that fast. And then suddenly it starts raining in their house, because her water broke. Meaning the delivery time had come, and with this, the interval happens, and we get to see an advertisement in the middle of this show, which was for Hydra Soak, i.e., bathing powder. After this, Vision goes at super speed to get the doctor, and Wanda continues her breathing exercise, and I think the scene is worth sharing. Her exercise was going on when someone rings her doorbell, and she wants to hide her pregnancy news for now, so she puts on a coat so that whoever is at the door doesn't find out about Wanda's pregnancy. She opens the door and there was Geraldine, who had come to Wanda to borrow a bucket, because all the pipes in her house had suddenly cracked and it had started raining in her house too. Let me tell you, this is happening because of Wanda's powers. Wanda goes to the kitchen to get the bucket for her, and whenever she gets those delivery time contractions of her pregnancy, her coat keeps changing. Geraldine comes there and Wanda throws that new coat aside, hiding her belly with fruits. Funny thing, Geraldine doesn't even notice her belly. Then they sit down to talk, when a bird is shown in the background, which Wanda tries to make disappear with her magic, but that magic doesn't work on it. In the middle of their conversation, the bird just flies away. Just in case you're wondering what they were talking about, let me tell you, Geraldine was telling her about her promotion. while talking. Finally, Wanda's delivery time arrived and she drops the vase in her hand. And after this, Geraldine finds out that Wanda was pregnant. Blind girl. The next scene shows Vision, who goes to the doctor, picks him up, and takes him home. The next scene is shown of WandaVision's house, where because Wanda's delivery time had come, everything was behaving quite weirdly. Because Wanda was in a lot of pain. And she even says that she won't be able to do it. If I were in Geraldine's place, I would have told Wanda, "You have no other choice." So after a lot of pushing, Wanda gives birth to a boy. But, you can see, her belly is still bulging, meaning, one more baby. Anyway, before that, we get to see Vision, who is happy but also a little sad because he missed the birth of his child. But it's okay. We have one more in stock, let's get its delivery done in a little while. But before that, to meet his child, Vision comes in his real form. As he is going to give Wanda a kiss while holding his child, Wanda screams. Because the time for the second delivery had come. Well, yes. They hadn't noticed earlier that one more baby was still due. Finally, after a little more pushing, we get to see Wanda's twin boys, Tommy and Billy. Here, Vision goes back to drop the doctor outside. Now let me also explain a bit about the doctor's story shown in this show. So the first time Vision went to drop the doctor outside, the doctor had told him that he was going to leave the town, i.e., outside Westview, with his wife. But as you might remember, when Vision went to get the doctor, his car was broken down and stationary. And here too, when Vision drops the doctor outside and says, "So doctor, now you'll go traveling outside the city, huh?" Then the doctor says to him, "Small town. So hard to escape." Here you can understand it as that these people also know that they are stuck in this reality created by Wanda, but they can't do anything to get out of here. And by looking at Vision's posture, it's clear that his suspicions about this place are growing. Then his neighbors, Agnes and Ralph, stop him, and Agnes asks him if Geraldine is with Wanda. Vision says, yes, she is with her. Then the scene shifts and we are shown Wanda and Geraldine, with the twins. Then Wanda tells Geraldine that she was also a twin, and she had a brother, whose name was Pietro. And saying this, she starts singing a song in Sokovian language. Singing scene. Seriously, bro, watch this scene with earphones. The vibes are so scary, I can't even tell you. Then, interrupting her song, Geraldine asks her, "Pietro was killed by Ultron, right?" Wanda, suddenly very confused, says to her, "What did you just say?" The scene shifts right there and Agnes and Herb tell Vision that Geraldine is new in town. She has no family, not even a husband. To which Vision says that there's nothing wrong in that. Then Agnes says that she doesn't even have a house. Boy, that escalated quickly. Vision gets quite confused by this. Then the scene shifts and we are shown Wanda and Geraldine, where Geraldine had just asked Wanda, "Your brother was killed by Ultron, right?" And Geraldine was just like, "Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that." So she flips the conversation and tells her that, "Wanda, you are a very strong lady." Well, obviously, but Wanda asks her again, "What did you say about Pietro?" And she tells her to get out of her house. The scene shifts and Vision says again, "What does it mean that she has no house?" I was like, damn bro, you are an android. Dude, you're a supercomputer and you didn't understand the meaning of she has no house. Well, I think it's not a good time to make PJs anyway. Those two try to tell him why Geraldine is here. But he doesn't get to finish his sentence. Because Coffee doesn't get to finish his sentence. But let me guess, he probably wanted to say that they are all prisoners here. Well, things just got interesting, because right then Wanda sees a locket around her neck, which had the S.W.O.R.D symbol on it. I will make a separate dedicated video based on S.W.O.R.D. But for now, let's continue the story. Wanda asks her about that symbol, probably because she had seen that symbol the previous night on the back of the beekeeper too. So she asked who she really is. But Geraldine had no answer for this, and Wanda keeps looking at her angrily. Herb was about to tell Vision why they are here, but Agnes stops him from doing so, and after that, she changes the topic and leaves from there. Vision tries to ask Herb, but he changes the topic too. Confused Vision, after this, goes inside the house, where Wanda was alone. So he asks her where Geraldine is, to which Wanda says that she had to go home for some urgent work, so she has left, and with this, the frame size changes again. Something like this. Scene, and after this, a portal opens here, through which we see Geraldine falling, and as she falls, we see quite a few S.W.O.R.D agents there, and along with that, their camp is also present. And with this, the episode ends. And now, with this episode, things have finally started to get interesting in this show. How and why are all these people trapped here? Why doesn't Wanda understand anything, and had she forgotten that Pietro's death was caused by Ultron? We will get to see all these answers further in this show. I see you in the next video. Until then, bye.